Hey, this is Thunder in the spirit of Crazy Horse Geronimo and all the animals of the earth and Sitting Bull. Okay, this video is about breathing. I'm doing a real quick video. Actually, it's for somebody, but everybody might as well take advantage of it if you can, because I was discussing with somebody the preliminaries of being able to get into other dimensions and improving your meditation techniques and breathing techniques and the circulation of energy. So I'm gonna go over some points here real quick. Now pay attention. Number one, feet parallel. Okay, about 18 inches apart, parallel. Shoulder width apart, if you will. That's the first thing. This is a stance when you're standing up here, okay? Feet parallel, 18 inches or shoulder width apart, okay? Relaxed position, bending the knees slightly. Bending the knees just enough so that you can barely see the tip of your toes. Most of your toes are covered. So when you look down, you can see the tip of your toes, barely. You want that slight bend in your knees so that the chi or the energy when you do the breathing flows freely, because when you got a locked joint, it doesn't flow freely. Okay, so then you want an erect posture from there, from the waist up. You want your arms just relaxed at your side, your shoulders relaxed. You might want to roll your shoulders a little bit just to relax them. The spine is erect and the ass is not pushed out. It's kind of tucked in a little bit. And there's a slight arch in your back, but you want to get that sensation that there's a plumb line on the top of your head. Somebody has a string and it's attached to the top of your head and it's pulling up gently on your spine, just enough to stretch it out. Okay. And then you want to get into the proper breathing techniques, and the proper breathing technique is diaphragmatic breathing, abdominal breathing, not breathing into the lungs, okay? So you want to breathe through your nose, first of all, and you want your tongue on the roof of your mouth, okay, either behind the teeth or back into the soft part of the palate called the jade pool, because that connects an energy circuit that runs up your spine and down the front of your body. The Du and Ren channels is the name of those in acupuncture terms, okay? The Du and Ren channels. In Hindu, it's the Ida and Pingala in the spine, in the spinal area. So you want to breathe diaphragmatically, okay? So you're in this position, you have your feet parallel, 18 inches apart, kind of like you're riding a horse, kind of like a horse stance in the martial arts. Ass tucked in, shoulders relaxed, arms down at your side, tongue on the roof of your mouth, breathing through the nose. And you want to get into the situation where you're watching yourself breathe. But before you do that, I want to explain that when you're breathing diaphragmatically, you're not breathing into your chest up here like that. You know how you breathe into your lungs? No, what you want to do is you want to breathe. I don't know if I can do this here. Yeah, I guess I can. You want to breathe down here, okay, into the abdomen. Your navel's right here, and you want to breathe down here and push that out. Okay, so what you're doing, yes, I wear denims. What you're doing is, that's a private joke. What you're doing is you're dropping the diaphragm and allowing the air to come into your lungs. Okay? You're not breathing up here, you're breathing down here, because You're actually dropping the diaphragm, just allowing the diaphragm to drop down, which kind of is like a bellows, and it sucks in the air from the atmosphere, okay? So that's diaphragmatic breathing, and again, the tongue has to be on the roof of the mouth, connecting the circuit, the electrical circuit. Now the purpose of this stuff is to get energy going and get the kundalini energy going and get the life force energy going, so that you can raise your consciousness, or so that you can use it for different things like tantra yoga or tantra sexual yoga between partners, or inner alchemy within yourself. So, basically, let's review this then. You know, you stand 18 inches apart, feet parallel, knees slightly bent. You root down. You pretend like you're kind of almost sinking down in the ground. You want to have that picture like you're a blade of grass in your mind that's rooted into the ground, but blows in the wind. So your upper body wants to be totally relaxed, while your feet are like having invisible roots grow out of them down into Mother Earth. And you're drawing up the energy as you breathe. As you do this diaphragmatic breathing through the nose, you're drawing up energy. You're drawing up chi, and you're circulating it up the spine and down the front of your body. Now, there's a method that I call watching your breathing, and you've probably heard that term before, watching your breath. Not too many people understand what that means. It means when you talk, like I'm talking now, or when you're doing something, you don't think about your breathing, do you? No. Your body actually breathes itself. So what you do is, when you're consciously aware of the body breathing itself, your consciousness changes, okay? And you go deep into the subconscious and into other areas. So what you want to do in order to facilitate this is, there's an old Hindu method taught by Kriya yogis. It's kind of a mantra. It is a mantra. When you breathe in, now when you're in this, let's review this. When you're in this situation where you have your feet, your stance, your feet 18 inches apart, knees just barely over the toes when you look down, relaxed, plumb line being pulled up on your spine, diaphragmatic breathing, whatever. All those things that I mentioned, okay? And I'm trying to remember them and go over them and over them again so you remember them. You want to get into this watching the breath after you get all those other things. And if you need to review this video to get it, do it. Because I'm imparting knowledge here that is a way to advance on the road to shamanism, higher consciousness, being a yogi, whatever you want to, being of a different mindset, consciousness. This stuff works, people, but you got to do it to a T. So again, you want to watch your breath, and as you're watching your breath, oh, I know where I was. You want to say this mantra, which is, when you breathe in, now you watch yourself. When you start to breathe in, you say Hong, like Hong Kong, okay? Hong, H-O-N-G, Hong, but you say it to yourself. And then when you reach the top of your breath and you start exhaling, you say Saw, like S-A-W, but it's spelled S-A-U, but it's like a bandsaw or a handsaw. So when you breathe in, you say Hong. And when you breathe out, you say Saw. And when you breathe in, and as you're watching yourself, helps you watch yourself breathe, because then you're just going, okay, I'm breathing in now, so I'll say Hong. And I'm breathing out, so I'll say Saw, Hong Saw. That's how you do it, okay? And pretty soon you get into the consciousness or the self-realized state that you're not breathing, but it's breathing you. It's just like when you play the drum. It's not, you don't play the drum, it plays you. Now this concept of breathing here, okay, can be applied in all kinds of different situations, and rooting down into the earth and breathing into the abdomen releases anxiety, increases sexual energy, uses sexual energy. If you're aroused in any type of way, you can breathe this way. Okay, now I'm going to add one thing at this point. This is kind of an advanced technique, and it's a yogic technique, and it's a mudra. It's called a mudra, M-U-D-R-A, mudra. When you're breathing in, instead of thinking that you're breathing in through your nose, okay, what you do is you concentrate on a point right about here in your throat and pretend like you're breathing in through a hole right here in your throat rather than through your nose, okay? So what that does is it tightens the muscles a little bit and allows you to get what they call like a huh, H-U-H sound, like that. Breathing in, okay, you want that because that'll immediately, when you breathe like that through your nose and imagining the little opening here, it raises the Kundalini energy. It raises it right up your friggin' spine, okay? And for me, it's like it's flowing real heavily right now, just doing that 1 or 2 times because I do it every day. And you can feel the energy, especially if you have sexual intent or the lower base chakras open. You can feel that energy move right up your spine and open up your crown chakra. Boom! Okay, or it might not be boom, it just might be trickle, trickle, trickle. And sometimes it feels like you might have warm honey rolling down the front of your face, because that's what the energy feels like once it activates the chakra up there. The chakra is an energy center that the Hopi talked about, that you open up to talk to the Creator. Okay, but Hindu people call it the crown chakra. So you have a crown chakra, and you have a third eye chakra, and you have a throat chakra, and then you have a heart chakra, and you have a solar plexus chakra, and you have an abdominal chakra 1.5 inches below the navel, and then you have one between your legs where your sexual organs are. So you get all this stuff going, people. And basically what it does is it increases your awareness, and it increases your sensitivity in your body. Now, when you're trying to move this chi up your spine and down the front of your body, that's again why you have the tongue on the roof of your mouth, so that it completes a circuit just like a light switch, okay? Just thinking about everything here, the road to consciousness, the road to enlightenment. That's what techniques like these are. And what they are is a form of ritual. They're a form of ritual. They're a yoga, which means union or union with a higher consciousness, and they can be used in all kinds of things. And the other techniques that go along with this are being in presence, okay, which I have talked about in my book Emergence, and which I encourage you to buy because it's like a shaman's Bible. I'll put a link to Spirit of Crazy Horse on this video. That's my website. Or just a direct link to the book Emergence. And it's actually a novel about twin souls, but can be applied in any way because it's like a hidden shaman's Bible. Okay, there's a lot of techniques in there just like this. Might not be described in as much detail. And people, I want you to know that this stuff, if you went out looking around to be taught this stuff, it would cost you hundreds of dollars, literally, okay? If you want to make a donation at the spiritofcrazyhorse.com, go ahead. Feel free. That would help me. I can always use a little extra cash now and then for things like, well, we won't go there. But anyway, this is a technique that you'll want to learn, and I'm just trying to think if I left anything out here. Let's review it again. Okay, let's go over it one more time. Feet parallel, about 18 inches apart or shoulder width apart. Okay. Knees slightly bent. Okay. You feel like you're lowering yourself, rooting yourself into the ground with roots growing out the bottom of your feet. You keep your spine erect. You don't keep your ass out. You keep it kind of tucked in just a little, but still with a little arch in your back. You feel like there's a plumb line attached to the top of your head, gently pulling you up. Your arms are relaxed and at your side, and you can do this sitting down and just place them in your lap. Same posture except you're sitting down. Always keep that spine erect. Breathe into your abdomen, diaphragmatic breathing down into your abdomen, beneath the navel, dropping the diaphragm down, allowing the air to get sucked into your lungs like a bellows. And then when you push the diaphragm back up or tighten it, see, you're tightening it and releasing it. We're in a state of perpetual tension in our abdomen and our diaphragm and our solar plexus. Okay, this helps open up the solar plexus chakra too. This is also known as Qigong in China. It's also a yoga. It's all connected. It's all the same. But there's different names in different countries. That's all. But it's ancient shamanistic, yogic techniques to take you out of your rut that you're in, out of your physical being, and put you in a state of spiritual being, okay? So I was at the point of reviewing here, and so now I'm like, okay, so I got to the point of relaxing yourself, diaphragmatic breathing, tongue on the roof of your mouth, the Hong Sa technique, breathing in, watching yourself breathe. I can't emphasize that enough. You have to get to the point when you first start doing this, you'll tighten up and you'll try to control your breathing. You don't want to do that. You want to just watch your breathing. It's real easy. Just watch yourself breathe, and in order to help you, you're saying Hong, H-O-N-G when you breathe in, and Sa when you breathe out. Might be a good idea to keep your eyes closed so that you're not aware of objects around you that can distract you, and to be in a place of silence, as silent as possible. Then there's the little opening in the throat where you breathe through that. Imagine breathing through your opening in your throat instead of breathing through your nostrils. Stay totally relaxed all the time. Don't get uptight about this. Make it fun. Just sit down and say, hey, let's see what Thunder's talking about here. I might just try this little thing somewhere. Now you're going to start feeling, if you do this correctly, going to start feeling tingling sensations. And those tingling sensations are chi, energy, prana, life force. Because the breathing apparatus doesn't just bring in oxygen. It brings in prana and chi. That's the purpose of these exercises. So, breathing in through that imaginary opening in the throat, which tightens the throat and makes it kind of go like that, only your mouth's not open. You're doing it without your mouth. You're going, but your mouth's not open. Okay, it's in the back of your throat. And ooh, boy, ooh, does that bring the energy around, okay? And open up that chakra, open up that third eye. And you can call the chi or the energy that's coming up your spine, you can call it to wherever you want it to go. Like I'm concentrating on my third eye right now, and that's where I feel it. Or I can concentrate on my throat chakra. Or I can concentrate on my heart chakra. Don't leave it in your heart chakra, though. You want to be able to move that energy out of there because you can get congestion. And then always bring it down to the dantian, or the inch and a half below the navel point. Okay. Which again is right here is your navel, my navel, so it's about right in here. Okay, right there, baby. Do this every day in the morning and every day at night, or when you get a chance, just stand around. If you're, you can do this silently when you're in line at the bank if you want to, And I've taught these videos before, but each time I do it, I teach it differently. So it's a win-win situation. And I might teach you splatter vision next time, which I've taught before, to go along with this. Shamanistic techniques to take you out of the everyday mundane bullshit rut that you're in and put you in a frame of mind that is conducive to happiness and joy and union with spirit, okay? So I think I basically covered everything. I can always add something, I know, because there's always a way to enhance or improve upon or to explain in more depth. If you have any questions, you can always put them in the comments section, and I can answer them for you. Pass the video around to others, because we need enlightened people walking the face of the earth. If I was in front of you, or if I was with you, I could activate some of this energy quickly, and you would learn more quickly. And I do that upon occasion if people want me to go and give them lessons in private, or activate the energy through massage and being able to touch certain points with my hands. I can do that, and I've done it before. And so I'll just mention that if you want that done, contact me. And I'll consider it. It's not something I'm pushing, okay? It's something I might consider, though. So anyway, and I also give seminars. I can give seminars too. A lot of people call them New Age seminars. I call them Old Age seminars. Wisdom, baby. Old adages, old age, ancient age. New Age just kind of turns me off, sorry. Anyway, I think I'll leave it there today. Again, like I do videos for specific people, but then I think about, well, the community at large, and the campfire community, and people in the campfire community, which is also a link down below, can use this for health reasons. It's very healthy. It gets the energy moving around the body and releases stagnant chi, okay, and releases it. Because when you do the breathing exercise, you can also envision breathing out stagnant chi and breathing in new chi, okay? So anyway, I'll leave it there today. Just a little quick video here on abdominal breathing, or spiritual breathing. I'll call it spiritual breathing, maybe, this video. Think that'll get people's attention? Probably not as much as circulating sexual energy, which is the same thing, really, because you can breathe it up from your, like I said, this is used in Tantra Yoga too. But I have a video on Tantra Yoga. But I might do another one. All right, I'll leave it there, people. So until I see you next time, adios.